All right, quick question. Which one do you think is bigger? 8 times 5 or 8 times 0.5? Well, most people will get this right, right? But the more interesting part comes when this becomes division. So if it is 8 divided by 5, 8 divided by 0.5. Now, most people would think that dividing a number will make the number smaller, but you are in for a ride. Let's find out why. But before we do so, please answer this in the comment section. Is 10 times 0.2 bigger or smaller than 10? Is 10 divided by 0.2 bigger or smaller than 10? Can multiplying ever make your number smaller? Let me know what your answer is. Does multiplying always make a number bigger? Now, most people think that multiplication means growth, which is true in some cases. But when you are multiplying by a number between 0 and 1, which is a decimal, right? A decimal between 0 and 1, you get a smaller number. Think of it like a pizza. When you have a whole pizza, but you only want half of it, that's 0.5, right? That's the same thing. So when you are multiplying by a number that's between 0 and 1, you get a significantly smaller number. Look at this, for example. You have 8 times 0.5. Your answer will be 4 because 0.5 means half. So half of 8 is 4. But a visual representation on how to solve this would be this. So I know that my 0.5 is the same thing as 5 over 10. 8 times 5 over 10 because 0.5 is still the same thing as 5 over 10, just moving backward decimal. And so 8 times 5 is 40 over 10. 40 divided by 10, your answer is 4. So even without solving it, I was able to get my answer because I deduced that 0.5 means half. Whenever you are dealing with decimals that is between 0 and 1, you know that this decimal means a whole lot than just a number. Now let's work on this second question. This is 12 times 0.75. Now this one is not as straightforward as 0.5, which is half, right? But 0.75 means, okay, let's look at a pizza. If you have 12 pieces in a pizza and then 0.75, that's 75% of the pizza eaten. The way to solve this mathematically would be 12 times 0.75. And if you move this 1, 2, this becomes 12 times 75 over 100. And 12 times 75 is the same thing as 900 over 100. Final answer is 9. The same thing for this, but this is more straightforward. This one is saying 400 times 0.1. 400 times 0.1. Now I know my 0.1 is the same thing as 1 over 10. 0.1 is 1/10 if you look at your place value chart. So this is 400 times 1 all over 10. 400 times 1 is 400 over 10. If you divide 400 by 10, you get 40. That's your final answer. Now let's look at division. One thing to take note of when you are dividing with a decimal, especially numbers between 0 and 1, is that when you are dividing, the number becomes bigger. So if you look at 98 times 0.1, now again, if your place value, 0.1 is the same thing as 1/10. So this is 98 divided by 0.1. And here your 0.1 is the same thing as 1 over 10. So 98 divided by 1 all over 10. Now you know with your division over here, fractions, right? You have to change this to multiplication. So you find the reciprocal. This will become 98 times 10. Your final answer will give you 980. So when you are dealing with something like this, you know this automatically becomes multiplication instead of the intended division. So working with numbers between 0 and 1 can be tricky. You have to take your time. Let's take a look at this last one. This one says 567 divided by 0.01. 567 divided by 0.01. Now, if you are really good with your place value, you know that this here means what? This here means hundreds. So 100. This is 1 over 100. That's the hundredth place value. So this means that 567 divided by 1 over 100. Again with reciprocals, because we want to change this to multiplication, we do what? This becomes 567 times 100. Our final answer is what? 56,700. It works like that for all you want to do when it comes to big numbers like this and very, very small numbers. Now let's look at another case scenario. We have this 0.4 divided by 0.05. 0.4 divided by 0.05. Now what you can do in this case is, since we already know with our place value 0.4 is in the 10th place value and your 0.05 is in what? The 100th place value. This means that 0.4 can also be rewritten as what? As 4 over 10 divided by, and your 0.05 can be rewritten as 5 all over 100. Now we want to change this division to multiplication. You have to use reciprocals. This becomes 4 over 10 times 100 over 5. You see, so that's how we keep on going. 4 times 100, that's 400, all over 10 times 5 is 50. 400 divided by 50. First things first, you know, this 0 will cancel out. This becomes 40 divided by 5. Your final answer is what? Your final answer is equal to 8. That's how these things work. So you just need to take it step by step so that you can be able to get your answer correctly. Now, this last question says 0.02 times 0.007. For this one, there are actually two ways to work this out without your stress and all. First thing you can do is, since this is multiplication, you can just say how many zeros are here actually. You count. Over here I have 1 0. This is 1, 2, 3, making 4 zeros. So this will become 0. This is 4, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 4. And then 2 times 7, that's 14. So 1, 4. I don't know if you got what I did. So I counted the zeros immediately after the decimal. This is 1 here, and then this is 1, 2, 3, making 4. And then you multiply. 7 times 2, 14. You get your answer. That's how to work it out. Straight and simple. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.